Have you ever heard of a story so dark, so unsettling, that it chills you to the bone? I'm not talking about ghosts or monsters, but something far more terrifying: family annihilation. It's the darkest of domestic crimes. A horror story ripped straight from the pages of reality. Picture this: a seemingly normal family, living a quiet life. They go to work, school, have dinner together. But beneath the surface, something sinister brews. Maybe it's financial ruin, a crumbling marriage, or mental illness. But the pressure builds, and eventually, something snaps. The details vary, but the pattern remains chillingly consistent. A parent, sometimes both, turns on their own flesh and blood. The methods are brutal, often involving guns, knives, or blunt objects. The victims are the most vulnerable: children, spouses, the elderly. The aftermath is always the same: a scene of unimaginable carnage. The house, once a sanctuary of love, is now a tomb. Investigators arrive, piecing together the shattered remnants of a life, trying to understand the incomprehensible. There's a certain type of dread that comes from knowing that the threat isn't some distant danger, but something lurking in the heart of the home. The people you trust, the ones you love, can become the very instruments of your destruction. One such case involved a father who meticulously planned the murder of his wife and children. He left no trace, but his motive? He couldn't bear the thought of losing his family in a divorce. He chose to end them all, rather than let them go. Another case involved a mother, driven to the brink by postpartum depression and financial hardship. She smothered her children, believing she was saving them from a cruel world. It's a twisted form of love, a horrifying perversion of the maternal instinct. Family annihilation isn't a common crime, but its impact is profound. It leaves behind a wake of trauma and grief. The surviving family members, if there are any, are left with the burden of picking up the pieces. These stories are not just about the violence itself, but about the underlying despair, the hidden desperation that can lead to such unimaginable acts. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of life, and the darkness that can exist within the human heart. But the true horror lies not only in the act, but in the unanswered questions. Why? What could drive someone to commit such a heinous crime? We may never know, and that's what makes these stories so chilling. They remind us of the darkness that can consume us all, the potential for evil that lurks within the most ordinary of settings. It's a story that stays with you long after you hear it. A lingering reminder of the darkest side of human nature, the darkest of domestic crimes.